Alright, so today is gonna be a doozy. I have not looked at Rebirth spoilers at all. Um, People have been like, oh, this one's trash, this one's this. You have to remember, I work in a store, so every week we do play Heroclix, sometimes more than once a week, and then on top of that, um, I might see them more, and people are gonna talk, and the leaks when they come out or whatever, the spoilers they come out, or I don't know if you because they're spoiling for us. So I literally have almost everything I hope, and we're gonna go through as fast as we can. Not to mention a lot of these are from Scott Porter's, and these are the images that everyone else uploaded. So usually when I get it, I sometimes will take the picture and try to zoom in best I can. There's just so many right now that. Well, let me fix this background. There we go. There's so many right now that I just think it's going to take me forever. So, with that being said, again, when I go through these, it's always at my first glance. I could be wrong in the future. It's opinion, so of course I could be wrong. But like how I think if it's going to be good, point value, I kind of go over that. And that's what I wish more Porter would do, and I didn't really watch any of his videos this time because I kind of got burnt out of the last one. Nothing against him, it's just not my cup of tea. But let's get into these, see if they're worth playing. It's going to be a lot, so I'm hoping we can keep this at least under 25 minutes. Let's hope. And again, some of these may not be readable because they're from his come on. They're from his video, so then they're, it makes it a little more difficult for me to make out the wording and all that. So let's start here. This is the Devastators from the Dark Metal? I think they call them something else, like the Knights. He's got Monster Brute. This is the Superman version? Because he's like a Doomsday, basically. Pretty sure. So once per once per turn. Well, the Devastator targets and hits a single opposing character. After a close attack, after resolution, click each. This is why I hate this. This one's actually not supposed to be this bad. Here we go. That's a little bit better. After resolution, click each character that target one penetrating. So it looks like it's almost like a Surtur thing. Like when you hit, it's going to hit the people around him, including friendly characters. So you're going to hit yourself as well. Not too crazy about that. Are you looking at his point values? He's not going to be one of my favorite. He's 225, 150. 150 would be ideally ideal. The only problem is this 150 spot is not the greatest, and he's outwittable. So, yeah, but these are all traits, so they could get better. When he occupies clear terrain and is targeted by a range attack, modify his defense +1. I believe a lot of these guys have this one. And opposing characters that have stealth modify their defense +1. When targeted by... Okay, so they get... that character that can use stealth, modify defense +1. That seems really weird. When targeted by a opposing character occupying holding, or blocking terrain targets, modify defense +1. So the modifier stack. So right, I remember reading something about that. So I think I got that a little jumbled up. I'll get it right on one of these other ones. I'm already not really impressed with him, and I think I already knew I wasn't going to be. I heard a lot of people talking bad about it. Choose an opposing character, the Devastator. At this turn, you give that character a virus token. This modify combat values +1 for every 2 Doomsday. Doomsday virus tokens, I believe that's what they're calling it. Yeah, Doomsday virus. So you get, for every 2 you get to put on them, they're going to get a +1. At the beginning of each turn, roll d6. If each character attacked a Doomsday virus taker, the result equal to a token that character is him, deal that character 1 avoidable damage. So basically it's a way to stack it on there and get rid of his damage. that one was already miserable, so I'm not looking forward to going through that one. Clayface, I'm always excited for new Clayfaces. This one's got Batman Family. It's awesome. They're picking up from, again, hate to do the whole Scott Porter thing because he gets really too much into the comic part, but they're picking up from Rebirth where he joined Batman's little team. But he's got Batman Family, so that's going to be fun to play with. Celebrity, Monster, I love monsters. Let's see what fun stuff they made him do. The old brick and mace, flurry, plasticity, sidestep. That's on his first 3. He's 100 points. That already looks really good on him. Flurry, plasticity, sidestep. When Clayface uses flurry, choose that either the first or second will deal pincher. That's freaking cool. I like that. Man, you could put something on him maybe to make him even rougher. Venom Harness would be cool, but he is going to take a beating because he has no indom, no ways to really absorb it because unavoidable damage, but that's really cool. I like that. After resolution, give character hit an action token by either attack an action token. That's really cool. I like that ability. He's got poison. He's got invincible for the first 2 clicks, and he has shape change, which is really, really good. Kind of like he should have it traded, but it would be a little bit costly. But again, it's not that bad. He gets to the white box eventually on his attack, which is poison, knockback. When he hits with a close attack, after resolution, you may place him adjacent to his hit target. That's great. Having traded, the only problem with that is he doesn't have plasticity at that point anymore, and that kind of bugs me because if you get back next to him, having that, you could keep a character locked down really well. So I don't know how I feel about that. Defend and Invul are going to be on his defense. That's not bad. He's 218s at the end of the game for him, basically. Easy kill, easy hit. Then the white box, he's got on damage on those last 2 and the third last. He's going to have shape change free until your next turn. Close combat expert, and he's a giant. And he can't use stealth. Ouch. I don't know how I feel about this one. I like that he was a giant, but he has shape change. I'm guessing this is free until your next turn. Unless they choose, I'm guessing you get all those. I mean, the best one is where he's at on his 4th dial, where you have charge, and you'll get the knockback and the poison. But I just not losing that Batman team ability, but at the same time you're going to be there. But for targeting, for outwitting, is just all bad. It's not protected either. So this one gets a no-no for me, I think. I want him. I want the sculpt. I like the character a lot. He'll be fun with Batman teams, but he's not going to be something that I'm like, yeah, he's going to be really good to play with. I really expect for him to go down and not do as well, unless I put some super protection on him. It would have been better. It means a super rare. I expected traits out of this. Again, 100 points isn't bad for how hard he hits, and the defenses are all pretty solid, minus the defend at the end. And Invul, let's just be real, Invul's an easy thing to get rid of. Exploit, Pinsight, Outwit, if you don't got Power Cosmic or anything like that. And he loses stealth on those last 3 is a big, just not good. So let's move on from him. Back to that weird one I did not like. Beast Boys, kind of cool to see Beast Boy. The last Beast Boys we had were the Teen Titan ones that went, I'm talking really fast, went through the different Pterodactyl and all that, and we had the ones further back, I want to say 75 TC. 75th anniversary. My parents turned me into a green monkey to cure me. Now here we are. Actually, let's go back real quick. So Clayface has Batman Family and Gotham City Celebrity Monster. And I think I already mentioned the Doomsday dude. He's got Doom Patrol, Teen Titans, and Animal. Choose one animal and Beast Boy can... Am I reading that right? Choose one animal Beast Boy can use... Oh, okay, I see. They're below it. He used the ability to your next turn. This is really cool. I love anything that does stuff like this. So Eagle Precision, flying and tiny. Great. You can't carry anyone unless it's another tiny. Gorilla, super strength, quake, but you can move out through elevation. This is such a fuck. I like this. What is he? 80? I want to say 80. Kind of look like a 60, but 80, I don't know yet. But this is cool. T-Rex, Blaze, Claws, Fangs, Balfuri, and he's a giant. This is just an awesome piece. This is by far something that I've heard anyone talk about. When Beast Boy is given a move action after resolution, he can use the Titans team ability at no cost. And Titans is what, like X-Men ability, I believe. His dial's pretty meh. It's nice to have shape change all the way through. Toughness is not bad. I mean, it's not that great, but man, I really like those powers a lot. And the theme of Beast Boy, you're gonna have to really make this guy hard to hit for people, and hopefully you get your shape changes. Luckily, those are traits, but they can still outwit your precision, your super strength, quake, flurry, plasticity, blades, claws. But just to have that to change around is pretty cool. Don't know if it's gonna be that helpful. He's not like Al Jordan where he could do crazy things and actually pick powers. But and this won't hurt, I believe, with Darwin or anything like that, because you're technically not picking powers. You're picking an animal, and that's what gives you the power. It's a power replacement, but it's not going to hurt you on any of those that say, picking a power. But I do like it a lot. I'm just kind of bummed at his numbers. If we get him beefed up a little bit, there's some Teen Titan love in this set. That'd be really good for him. 10s across the board till you hit a 9. That's rough. Only 3 damage. I would hope that I'm looking at this wrong and it's 60. So I think it is 60. If it's 60, that's not bad for this piece. If it's 80, it's pushing it. But overall, this just looks like a really fun piece, and hopefully you could build around it and make it a funner piece. Black Canary. She looks like this chick that's in wrestling right now. That really annoys me. Black Canary, and this is where going. I do appreciate. I do appreciate, when we get these like ongoing themes and they keep it going or whatever, like the bombshells. So I'm just not big on the bombshells. None of them were really that great for me. I did love the Batgirl. But everyone else I just wasn't crazy about. So they're continuing it. So I do like to see when other sets have things like this. And again, we don't have a lot of DC. There's no rumors flying around if they're even going to be around still, as far as Heroclix goes. So we're going to cut myself off in the picture. Who cares about me? So Bombshells make an attack. She gets the bombshell things just like the regular trait. Rocking live and bringing hits. Force Blast. I don't like Force Blast. Remove a bombshell token. If you do, then turn all knock... This turn, all knockback. I thought it said turn off. This turn, all knockback caused by friendly characters is doubled in opposing characters that can use charge and convert. Wow, they can get knockback. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. I love that she has improved movement to move things. Shitty thing here is she's just bombshells. So you're only going to really have a theme team with just bombshells. 65 points I see. Her dial looks solid as a glance. Then she's got the white box, which she starts with. First 3 clicks. Pulse Wave when Black Canary uses it, you may remove a bombshell. If you do, after resolution, give an action token to each hit opposing character. Anytime you do a multiple attack and you throw tokens on people, that's always good. So I think that's great. You only have 2 damage, so Pulse Wave, screw it, go for it, because you're hitting for one less, but you're tokening them up. So I really like it. Her starting dial is really good. Just what hurts is her just being a bombshell. Because you can have some really fun synergy. It seems like the only synergy you'll have is with bombshells. But definitely a fun piece. Fun piece. And I think during draft, when it does finally come to us, if you pull her, you could do some work with her. That Pulse Wave's nasty. She has super senses and shape change on the first click. So if you get lucky enough on that click, you could do some work. Just keep passing through people. You ignore characters. Solid piece. Don't know if he'll make solid teams, but solid piece by itself. And I'm actually quite thrilled by that. Starfire. So she gets Outsiders, which is awesome. Teen Titans, Cosmic, and I want to say Matrix, but that's not what it says. I'll have to reread that one. Teen Titans Reborn. So I'm guessing it's a trait everyone's going to get that, or Teen Titans. When Starfire is given a move action after resolution, they can use the team ability at no cost. Okay. So that's kind of cool. We already went through that. I can take any man or creature. Charge, Flurry, Force Blast, Earthbound. Can't stand Earthbound, really. Energy Explosion. I'm sorry, let me get to that. Star Bolts. That's the white box. I can go further back if my glasses on. Energy Explosion. Starfire may use it at no cost instead of range attack while using hypersonic speed. You still have her range. That is pretty dope. Those are things that I think players like to see when you get to break some of these rules and do something crazy like that. So that's good, but at the same time, those dials are her first 3. She has 4 damage and then 3/3. I think when you hit the 3s, that's a great time to use it with Energy Explosion and lock that too. But that 4 in the beginning, I don't know if you really want to use that. She does get a stop click. She gets combat reflexes. And on that same dial, she gets Charge, Flurry, Force Blast, Earthbound, Neutralize. That's what she gets on the wing that we read earlier. She does have Quintessence. So there's nothing on here saying at 50 points she loses it. Sometimes that happens with people that have that. So I am thrilled with this. This is going to be a fun little 50-point piece that can't be outwitted, that has Running Shot, Pulse Wave in the first click. If they did ID cards or Teen Titans, this would be a for sure call in just to run that. And again, she has a stop click. It's kind of like playing a Wolverine in a way. Except for she can't be outwitted. The only problem is usually they have to hit twice and they can do that. But I think this is a very good dial. I like it quite a bit, actually. For 100 points, she does a lot of work. She's in Dom. She has willpower. The defenses aren't the greatest, but to be honest, you got to protect her, and she's going to hit there, and she's going to hit hard. And her last click, it does kind of suck that it's just stop. At least you get that chance, but she can be healed with the Teen Titans ability, I believe. I believe that's the team ability. Haven't used it in a long time, so that is definitely something. Oh, God, another metal character. So basically, I've heard nothing but complaining about these characters, so I'm just going to try to be quick on them. Stealth Water Terrain is constructed bendering terrain for line of purposes. Is that what it is? Basically looks like it basically makes it like regular hindering, it looks like. And if she's in the water, which I hate things that deal with water because water maps screw up everything. She deals penetrating damage. Yeah, pretty cool. Reckless disregard for life. Once per turn, when the drowned targets and hits a single opposing character with a close attack after resolution, deal each other character that is adjacent to either the drowned or target 1 penetrating damage. That's what we said earlier. With the Superman Batman one, the Destroyer, I don't know what the hell his name was. So it's basically like that Surtur retaliation attack, and everyone gets penetrating, but if you're a friendly, you still get it. Same thing again with these, they get that trait. If they occupy, what's it say there? It says clear terrain. That's what happened last time I was reading. By range, they modify defense +1. When targeted by an opposing character that can use stealth, modify defense +1. So that's the thing. I messed up on that. So basically, these all stack. So if someone shoots you from far, someone that can use stealth, basically Batman team ability. And if targeting by opposing character occupying hindering terrain, another +1. So technically, she can be a 21 defense on her first click. Poison all the way through. At least she has Endom, which isn't bad. Her numbers are not bad. The Invincible, for 75 points, I always look at the lower one to think about it. The Charge, 11, hitting for 3. You're only getting Monster and stuff. I don't know. Again, I'm not... It sucks because they're still going to be in value. I wouldn't mind collecting all these just for the comic purpose. But as far as play-wise, this is very limited. Poison, you got to be up there. She has the dolphin movement, 0 range. Kind of a bummer because all these traits they have are really, really good. I think the way to poison basically or target and hit other people, not poison. And then the way to stack up all that defense is really cool if you play the right map. But I'm just not too impressed with what we're getting. Like at 150, sure. 11 attack, 18 defense with invincible, and 4 damage is great, but that's the only 4 damage we get through the whole click, and the only invincible we get, and it fluctuates, and we get a couple super senses, which isn't bad, but you got to remember, if another poisoner is next to her, that goes right through her, and it's just not that fun, especially 75 points just to get her wrecked, basically, and nothing really that will help her. It looks like she has Atlantis, and so that might be cool to play with. If certain people, like a Joker Thug that gives out Mastermind to the person, if there's maybe Atlanteans that give out Mastermind to her, so she could put it there to him, she'll be a great piece. Just because she can stay alive. But if that's not the case, I'm not really interested in playing her. Mr. Oz, and I heard everyone talking about this fella. Okay, so it's Jor-El, Kryptonian, Cosmic Scientist. If Mr. Oz is 40 points, he is KO'd when he does dial past the red line. So you can start him at basically 40, where he'll be at the... I'm using my mouse to point, realizing you guys can't see that. And he's got the Kingdom Come logo, which is basically, I believe it's like the scroll ability. Basically double shape change, but only on a 6. So if he passes the red line, is that what this is? Yeah. He's KO'd. Protected Pulse Wave. So let's see what makes him so good that maybe I'd want to play him at 40. Place Mr. Oz in a square within 6 squares. That starts on the 3rd click. And that's a free action just to move him. So starting, he has TK. Whenever a character is placed by TK, after resolution, you may place that character within 2 squares and line of fire of their current square. Wow. That could be good for... I mean, you're really paying for that 40 points, excuse me. But that is nutty. That TK is pretty gross. So basically, you get them so far, then they could go 2 more. It's pretty nuts. For 40 points, I mean, usually you could do TKers. There's about 25 point characters that could TK. If you want to spend that extra 40, or not extra 40, I'm sorry. Extra, what's that, 15 then? Yeah. Maybe worth it, but you know how it is with meta. Those points add up. He does have a stop click. That would be when he passes the red line. He can't be healed above that click, which is a bummer. So if you are playing him full, you can't get him back on that TK. I think that hurts him a lot. Then you got Manipulate from another dimension. Probability control within range of 12, and when you use it, he ignores blocking, elevation, and characters. And on top of it, he's got Superman ability, so he could ignore through hindering as well, from what I remember. So that being said, yeah, this guy's going to get played. This is why everyone kept saying, oh, yeah, he's so good, he's so good. I think it's because of that 40 point, he's just a major support character. You have super senses on him. At 40, you can actually equip him with something. Probably Symbiote would be nice, just to give him shape change and breakaway, basically. But having that probability with that range value and using it where it could go through anyone is pretty good. Pretty good. Would I ever play him full up? I don't know. He's got only Kryptonian and Cosmic, but to be honest, I love running Cosmic teams during 300-point games, and I think he may fit the bill for a nice little build that you can do. But again, is it worth it? He would take probably the place of the Unseen for me, who was a 65-point character if I ever needed these kind of things, the prob and all that, but he definitely has a good head on his shoulders with that prob and the fact he has TK. TK is one of the most important things I feel during these big events. Getting people out there, moving them back, or whatever it is, or bringing weapons to you to get things going. So definitely him having that is a huge advantage, and he's a flyer. So he can carry you and move you the next turn or the turn after, whatever the deal is. But yeah, definitely this guy's going to be something. So I think everyone was right on the money when they thought that. Another person that everyone said they thought was going to be great is Citizen Steel. He just has Justice Society, basically. When he is hit with a close attack after resolution, deal that attacker 1 penetrating damage. That is great just because the fact of Colossal Retaliation. He basically, if he gets hit, so sorry. He's 120 or 110, I'm sorry, and then 35. It doesn't look like It just looks like you can. There's no rules of when they get KO'd with him, since it's a blue line. So you could just start him at 35, which may be just fun. Again, it's kind of lame if you're looking for theme or anything like that, because he's just celebrating Justice Society. The sidestep's not bad, Emperor, close combat, but it looks like you're gonna want him for the opposing characters with the Colossal, can't be placed within 3 squares. If here's where it matters about points. If he costs 110, they can't be placed within 4. Instead, they can be moved. So they can be moved, but they can't be placed within it. That's pretty cool. Invincible, Citizen Steel can't be moved or placed by opposing effects. So basically, no one could TK him, no one can knock him back, anything like that. Yeah, he's worth just playing at full. Having Invincible for the first 4 clicks. No great attacking, but he has close combat. He has 0 range, so he's going to have to get in there and get his hands dirty. But with Invincible, you can risk it. And this is a guy that people all were talking about as well, I heard. Haven't looked at him yet. JSA will probably get a lot of love again. Sadly, this next Open, we'll probably see him being used with Jakeem and all that. But again, they're going to be using him at 110. Most likely, if you wanted the best value with those Invincibles, if he's 35, he will be easier to hit and get rid of. Just a pin sight calling can get rid of that. But if you're playing him at full, he's going to be very good. But at the same time, he's at least, thank God, outwittable. I don't really like to run Colossals that much anymore because it's just getting boring. I'm getting tired of seeing them all the time, but I get it. A lot of people say they're just point fillers, and I could totally understand that nowadays. But overall, this guy's a great piece. I would be more happy to see him without the JSA ability, because they're going to try to milk that really bad. I believe JSA is like the either what they copy their I haven't used team abilities in so long, but they copy the defense or they copy the attack. I cannot remember. Wonderful Mr. People keep calling the Wizard of Oz. Whoa, Red Death. I freaking love this cover when I saw it. So basically, they got the same things. The Nowhere to Hide with the 3 pluses that they can get. They have the Reckless Disregard. He has Speed Force Monster, which is cool, and then, the Metal, the Dark, whatever they're calling it. His stats look really great when I'm looking over here, but I do see 200 and 100. Basically, let's see, the Speed Force Storm. When the Red Death hits an opposing character, you may generate a Speed Storm marker, max of 3, free, choose a speed marker, and place it into a square adjacent to its current square. Choose a Speedstorm marker that was not generated this turn and roll. If you roll d6, 3 through 6, give a character occupying that chosen marker an action token. That's not bad. I mean, it's more cute than anything. Nothing crazy. He only moves through hindering. I don't know. That 100-point line is interesting. 13 with a 10 attack. The precision is not bad. You're going to get damage off. You got prob. But to be honest, it's just another Flash. So, it's Bruce Wayne, but it's a Flash piece, I should say. So we're going to see the precisions, the super senses, the probs, and the hypersonic. Nothing shocking. The 200 point, I don't think it's worth the 200 points. He only gets 1 more movement on that one, and he literally gets 1 more higher attack. You have a little bit longer life because you start with Invincible. But to be real, again, Outwit, you're done. You get hit for like 4, let's say 5. You're all the way back on 5. So I would probably never play this guy at 200 points unless I had a really smart idea to like protect him or bring him back for Dr. Frankenstein to heal him. But yeah, other than that, again, another letdown for me. Like everyone has been saying about these chases, they could have done them so much better. But this is really disappointing. All right, Black Manta. We're not even into freaking Scott Porters yet. Those ones I'm about to fly through because most of them won't be able to read, I bet. Generate up to 4 water train markers within range, each adjacent to another. At least 1 marker must be adjacent to Black Manta. When he is KO'd, remove these markers from the map. If Black Manta occupies a water train, you may place him on the square of the water train. Wait. If he occupies the water, you may place him into the square. But what click does he go on? Does he just come back? When he's killed, these markers move him from the map. Free. If occupies, you may place him into square of water. Oh, okay. Well, I guess he just can jump around. It has nothing to do with him being KO'd. That's just where they go. They go away when he's KO'd. Energy explosion, poison, not bad. When he hits with a range attack, give each hit character a poison dart marker. When Black Manta uses poison, characters with the dart markers are considered adjacent. That's pretty cool. That's a cool way to make poison fun again. He's got ESD, Invul Willpower, pretty decent value, 75 points. Lot of good keywords, a lot of good teams you could drop him on. That's really interesting. A solid dial. He's got wild card. I like that. 2 targets is cool. Especially for energy explosion, because you could target 2 people and do that. All kinds of fun damage. Going on perplex later. Again, overall, I think this is a solid click. Not meta, but definitely fun to build around some teams, and definitely plays like a Mantis. Oh my, now we're on to the Dawnbreaker. Again, this one was one of my favorite ones to read. But again, they got both of the traits, and then his special is he at least shoots through hindering, which is cool. He's got the Green Lantern core, which is cool. Again, I like when they have something a little bit extra to go with, to play around with, because you get those pieces that say when next to a Green Lantern core or whatever it is, it just makes it a lot funner, if that's a word. What the hell? Barrier. I'm like, what am I reading there? Barrier. Whenever an opposing character generates one or more bystanders, after resolution, you may generate the same bystander. These bystanders you generate modify combat values +1 this game and have max 1. So every time it happens, you're able to do it. I think that's kind of cool. It's a cool trait. I would do it just for the 75. If I can make a solid Green Lantern team, I would do it. But that'd be if everyone's playing tokens nowadays. But it's still a fun idea. But if no one's running tokens, you're just SOL and you're stuck with just this piece with running shot and pin sight, which isn't bad for 75. With all the other abilities, I think he's by far one of the best ones I've seen. For some reason, Green Lanterns always in these weird ones get shuffled into these chase sets somehow, and they seem to be one of the better ones, like the Justice League, the superhero ones, whatever, the cartoon and whatever they are, like the Red Sun. They seem to be the most like decent price, but do enough where they work really well. So I actually kind of like that one. I wouldn't lose my mind over it, but it definitely looks like a fun piece. Crazy jump from 200 to 75. For me, it's a no-brainer on the 75, and just run with that. Have him using his power to carry 4 people with the team ability, and then the fact that he gets those traits that they always get, and then the +3s are going to be good with him with the ESD. It just kind of sucks because you max out at 3 with ESD, or you're going to have 2. But yeah, but being able to shoot the hindering, I think is great. Pin psych, and then that bystander thing is pretty cool. It can get funky, but it just depends. If people running the Iron Man like I did at the last event, that would be hilarious. But you would just keep pushing them to die, basically, or ignoring their willpower, so you can get rid of it and wait till they generate another one, or I don't know. There's no choice you could go about it. But again, I don't think you really would strategize with this guy. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's pretty good. Raven is the future, I can say. Another Teen Titans, Monster Mystical. This already screams out my keywords. I love Monster Mystical. She gets the Titans Reborn, which we've already read. Traveling through my soul self. Phasing, teleport, stealth 3, but only to carry characters that share a keyword with her, regardless of flight. Oh, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to love to have this piece already. I like Monster. I like Mystical. I love that ability. I love when they can carry a flyer. She's at Perplex, Prob, and Support. Oh my gosh, this lady. I could kiss you. Even starting at 50, she's pretty solid. Pin Psych. She has that phase. She has Stealth with it. In ESD. Not meant to really attack, just to move you around. Support you, prob you. Yeah, I think this is a great piece. I'm actually really excited about this. Don't know why I haven't heard anyone talk about Raven, but this is a must for me. It'd be fun to get back into playing some Titans again. Probably more Golden Age, if anything, but this is a really good Raven. I like it a lot, and it can be good. And for 15 points more, you get a longer life with her with that ability, and I think that's actually probably worth it, because the super senses, hopefully you hit them. She has mystics. That's the risk these, colossals may want to take. I don't know if I see her playing meta, but who knows? She might be your taxi. We are going to lose a lot of taxis after the rotation in the summer. So who knows? But she's a really cool piece. I really like that a lot. We went through that. Okay, so now we're getting on more closer to the stuff I didn't care for. Let's break the walls down. Another Teen Titan. Same thing, Reborn, Contact, Mind Control, Sidestep. When Jerk uses Mind Control, target a single character and hits until the next turn. When that character attacks, all friendly characters can use Shape Change. That succeeds. And, oh my god. So I guess, okay, I like that. Okay, so when you hit them, when they try to attack your buddies, everyone's got Shape Change. Toughness, Willpower can use Invincible instead of Toughness when attacked by a character that's lower, so 75-50. Could be helpful. If it's a Retaliator, that's going to be amazing. Because you'll be picking Invincible, because they're all like, 30 at the most? 35, something like that. Decent piece, 75-50 points. Solid. Damage, not so great, but you're basically having them there for Mind Control. Again, makes me happy to jump into a Teen Titans boat and get down with this and play Teen Titans again. So that's really awesome. Oh, this guy. Let's see. The Murder Machine, which is like Cyborg. He's got Monster and Robot. I like to see robots again. 100, 200. First glance, he's got Running Shot, Energy Explosion for 12. Really good 4 damage, and that's the only special he's going to get. So he does get, he breaks walls, which is cool. He's got the 2 traits that they all have. He has the Alpha Protocol. When the Murder Machine kills an opposing character, does include KOs by knockback damage. After a resolution, he may make an attack. Could trigger multiple times. That's kind of cool. And then the white box is going to be Prob and Shape Change, which is really freaking good. So starting him at 200, he's actually probably a beast to mess around with, because you have to Shape Change, or you have to deal with Shape Change and Prob. He's got the Running Shot of 12, 7 range, and he's invincible for the first 4 dials. Now, if you play him at the lower point, he's okay, I think. Not as good, but the 200 is just rougher. Again, pulling this guy unsealed, I would just pull him at 200 and just run with it, Though, being able to get, again, up to 21 defense on his first 4 dials, pretty good. He gets really limited with Sidestep. It might be cool to throw Exospecs on him, to give him Running Shot, or maybe the Glider to give him Running Shot. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's not bad. He gets Blades later on. Just interesting. I just think the points are just crazy. That's all. But I understand why the beginning one. But again, you have to remember these all can be outwitted. So I don't know. Could be interesting, may not be. Dropping to that Invul 17 will be rough, but it's better than a lot of the other ones I've seen so far. But Green Lantern is still my number 1 so far, even though I know the Joker one is going to be the best one. So we had Bizarro come out. Don't have to say much about this. He doesn't really play like a Bizarro. When Bizarro attacks, modify attack +1 for each other friendly character with the Outlaws keyword adjacent to target. So he rolls with the Outlaws, which will be cool with Red Hood, one of my favorite characters. When he hits 1 or more characters after resolution, if he gets a 5 or 6, that character gets immobile until their next turn. 6 all-hit characters gain immobile, so that's pretty cool. That's about it. I mean, let's go real quick and look before I shrink that down. 125, he's got Outsider ability, which is really underrated. I mean, getting a 19 toughness is okay, but I mean, I don't know. He's got pretty heavy stats at points, but I'm just on the fence. At 3 range is just rough. You mainly want to use him for close, it looks like, but you got nothing to get out of these besides Invincible, Imperv, but again, be outwitted. And then he's not so great. But 125, I think it's a fair amount. So who knows? We'll see. He's the prime there. Whoops. Going back to that guy. So now let's shrink these guys down. These are the ones that we're going to barely be able to read. Because I hate that he never really zooms in on it. So let's see. Remember, we're the good guys. When Kid Flash hits one or more opposing characters with an attack, but none are KO'd, after resolution, roll d6, and you get to heal Flash 1 through 3, or 3 through 6. That's pretty cool. If they don't die, you can actually plan around that. When Kid Flash moves in, that's just uncommon. Kid Flash moves at least one square and hits one or more adjacent characters. After resolution, give him a speed token. Modify speed +1 for each speed token. These are both traits, so he gets that all the way through. He could carry, again, these ones don't show the dial right next to it, so hopefully it'll pop up. Choose one, Force Blast, Smoke Cloud, or TK. Ooh, that's good. TK. To your next turn, Kid Flash can use the Chosen Power and may remove a speed token to activate it as a free action. So you literally can do 2 TKs in one turn. That's what people love. That's Jean Grey all over again. Central City, Speedster. I don't know what the hell that word is. It looked like Defenders. I'm like, this is the wrong thing. Okay, so that's, oh yeah, 75 points. So 12 hypersonic, then this is where he gets the first 3 or the TK possibility, where you pick which one you want. Got super sensitive shape change, great. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. That's a really good piece. 0 range, but I think for what he does for 75 points and the fact he gets to pick, that's huge. After that third click, you're dead. You gotta hopefully heal him somehow, but other than that, you're dead. Good piece, though. Good piece. Good piece. For 75 points, I do like that. Get those speed tokens piling up. Superwoman, Lana Lang. So this is a different timeline. Gonna have Metropolis. Still energy traded, but with range attacks instead of close attacks. Superwoman and adjacent friendly characters have energy explosion and pulse wave protected. That's really big. I remember one of the Prime Superman. It was the Prime or the other one. There was blue and red. One was protected energy explosion, which was cool. One was protected pulse wave. She kind of got both best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana. Yeah, it's really good. I like that. Manipulate all forms of energy. When Superwoman is damaged by a range attack, give her a number of energy tokens equal to the damage. Remove X energy tokens to either heal X or modify damage by X. Wow, we finally get to do damage when making a range attack. This girl is a badass. She's a rare. She is nice. And she is 125, which makes sense. No Indom, which is a bummer. Running shot, really low attack. 11's the highest, but the 4 damage through the 3 is not too shabby. That white box we see there where she gets to remove it is through the whole freaking dial. So she's going to be able to keep healing. So that's the bonus about her. Not having Indom or anything crazy like that. But yeah, that's a huge thing because anytime she's... when she's damaged by range. So if you're going to hit her, she gets damaged for 3. She can remove those and heal 3. It's pretty crazy. She's going to be fun. I don't know if she'll be meta breaking, but God, that's going to be a fun piece. I really like the idea and how she plays. It is a pretty plain Jane dial, but the what it does and all those traits, yeah, she's gonna be a blast. I'm actually glad I'm able to make out some of these because these are really cool pieces that I'm really excited for. Going backwards. That's why I'm trying to go through these quick. This is Deathstroke. We might have to go back to look at that because however they sent it to me. So this is the Wonder Woman. It's from the Justice League of China. It looks like it gives her animal, martial artist, mystical past, and warrior. Wonder Woman has protected, perplex, and probability control, but both only from characters without the Justice League of China keyword. Giant Reach 2, Blades Claws. That's pretty awesome. Just stop click, impervious when this click is first revealed. If she's at 125, modifier combat values +1. Then she has the white box leadership, probability control. When she gets leaderships and succeeds, remove action tokens from whoever she removes it from, they can use prop. That's pretty freaking cool. Do we got her right here? Is that her? No. There she goes. So we got her at 125 or 75. Again, huge jump. That's a 50-point jump. the stop clicks on her last one. If you start her 125, she gets +1s, which is kind of cool. That leadership's within the first 3. Starts on your second one. I mean, for 125, she's not bad. You might be able to make a really cool team. I'm not sure. Whoops. And I believe if that does say animal, it could be something interesting. Giant reach, 2 blades. When did we get that? That's all in the beginning too. I mean, that's pretty brutal. I mean, that's a brutal piece. It can be really well done. Again, yes, some of these can be outwitted, but we have to remember that we do have protected on. I mean, the giant reach of 2 is great with blades, but we do. I swear, which one was protected? Perplex and prob. So that was really cool. And she's given out. She has probability control, but then she gives it out when she gets her leadership. So that's just fun. Yeah, that's a solid figure. I would be very happy to get her. She is took the wrong thing down. She is a super rare, but I will have her. She will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. We got Duke, the Signal. Looks like they don't have him as a Signal yet, or we'll get him later on. Friendly characters making a close attack, modify +1. This is a We Are Robin trait. I'm guessing we're going to get generic ones that look like Duke, but they're going to probably give him a different head, different suit. Duke becomes a Signal eventually in the comics, so hopefully we'll get the Signal. I think he's pretty plain. Yeah, 35 points. It's just honestly filler. He has Gotham City. Nothing really impressive about him. I really hope they do make him the Signal, so he's a little bit better. Mr. Terrific. This guy got a lot going on, looks like. Justice Society. I want to say the Terrifics, but I'm not 100% sure. Generate a T-Sphere bystander, which I think we have it here to show it. Max 3. They're making rules about that now. Place any member of his T-Spheres adjacent to him. Any number, sorry. Precision strike. When Mr. Terrific makes a close attack, he may target a character within a square that's adjacent to a T-sphere, regardless of adjacency. That's pretty cool. And that's all he has, but that's pretty cool. I like it. 70 points. Ooh. JSA will help him, but that willpower, man. And then the sphere. Opposing characters don't have... So that was opposing characters don't have to break away from T-Sphere. Okay. Oh, that's alright. Doesn't count against your actions, so it's fine. And then Perplex, willing to target the character that generated this bystander, only to choose. Wow, I have. So basically Perplex and only those people. Not bad. I mean, I kind of like the idea because you're just popping them out to use them to attack through them, basically. You're not really going to use them as their own thing, I feel like. Not bad. I mean, I just wasn't crazy about his stats. More so than the Pog ability. I don't know if I ever could get this right. Deimos? Oh, God. Opposing characters within 4 squares. Modify attack -1. Unique modifier. If he's within 4 squares of the friendly character name, was it? I can't pronounce it right. Was it Phoebe? Because it's son of Ares. I'm butchering the name. Modify both their defense +1. So he needs to be with him to make it work. The dial. Not the greatest, but again, Mystics is always nice. But 55, I'm not really crazy about him. But I do like all this in the Wonder Woman series. Was a good story. Cyborg, always feel like Cyborg's the same damn sculpt. Justice League Teen Titans Robot. Titans Reborn gets that again. That'll be great to have. Penetrating Psych Blast when Cyborg use it to target a single opposing character. He gets knocked back. Nothing else special there. Dial looks okay. I hate when running shot turns into sidestep, but looks like he is 75 and 50. It looks like that enhancement's gonna be big. 7-2 attacks or targets isn't bad. I do like the pin psych knockback's pretty cool. Again, just a filler for me on a Titans team. Nothing crazy, nothing to brag about. Tempest. This looks like a lot of crap. Titans Reborn again. That's all they really have for his trait. Then Smoke Cloud is free, but it generates water markers instead of hindering markers. Interesting. So when you're popping them out, you are popping out water around you, which is an interesting tactic, I guess. Again, they're just going to be, I think they're not giving, I don't think they give you stealth, though, to my knowledge. Choose opposing character occupying the water. While there, roll d6, 3 through 4, give that character a free action. 5 through 6, deal that character 1 penetrate. Wait, I kind of read this wrong. Give that character an action token. There you go. So, choose an opposing character. Makes sense. Occupying water terrain. So, you throw it underneath them, free. Then you can make them get an action token on 3 through 4, 5 through 6, deal them 1 penetrating damage. Should have been avoidable. Would have been a little bit more funner. If funner is a word. Yeah. Decent dial. Again, another Teen Titan filler. I think you have a lot of fun with that water ability, depending on the water characters. But again, nothing to brag about, nothing crazy. Yeah, just said, oh my gosh, one of my favorite heroes, Batman, is back. I haven't seen him in forever. Leading the charge. When Batman makes the first attack during a turn, and oh my god, Scott Porter, just zoom in on these perfectly. Turn and hit until your next turn. Another friendly character with the Justice League keyword have protected outwit. So that's cool that you give them protected outwit. The lines of fire drawn to Batman are blocked unless the line crosses only unoccupied clear squares. That's pretty cool. He does that. Okay. Using your momentum against you. I try to roll my mouse down to roll it down. Charge, leap, climb. Who uses leap, climb nowadays? Usually you just give them the hindering bonus. When Batman breaks away, you may choose an opposing character that he broke away from. If you do, after resolution, place that character up to 2 squares, say away and within line of fire of the current square. Sorry. Maybe we'll have a solid dial. He has outsiders. People are going to like that. Batman has Indom. Freaking Punisher doesn't get it all the time. Spider-Man doesn't get it. Spider-Man can freaking throw a bus and not get hurt, and he gets no Indom. But Batman's a dude in a suit. And I love Batman, but I'm not going to fake the funk, man. I'm not going to fake it. Why does he have Indom? He doesn't need Indom. I get it. He's got the willpower, you know what I mean? But so does Spider-Man. Punisher. I mean, come on. Like, Punisher's in the same boat as Batman. Then he should have Indom all the time. It's just annoying. It gets all of us, like, kind of worked up. Like, oh my god, they gave it. Like, they didn't give Indom to, like, some other super woman type people, but then they'll give it to Batman. And I love Batman. But, anyways, white box is only for the 3 dials. The other 2. So the only one that it's the white box is the charge, leap, climb, and the one where you can move them around with you. But the protected outwit ability, when you're doing all that, and then the blocking, those are just traded all the way through. It's probably one of the best Batmans I've seen in a while. 85 points, again, it's a really good one compared to the ones we've been getting lately. And this number is, what is it? Oops, I went to the birthday cake Batman. A lot of good keywords in here, but yeah, he's uncommon. So I mean, he's one of the best Batmans I've probably seen in a while. 11 attack, Indom, close combat expert, outwit. It's gonna be hard to hit. Yeah, and the outsider's ability is huge. It's a big deal. We got it with Joker's Wild, the blue Batman, and good to see it again. This looks like Batman's holding a cake or something, but it's a rare, and he is the China, Justice League China. So he has protected, perplex, probability control, same thing that Wonder Woman had, same exact ability, as long as it's someone without their keyword of the Justice League of China. I'm leaning back a little bit because it's still like fuzzy and I'm trying to read it from back here instead of going closer. The rocket arms of Robin bots. Toughness and modify range +2. Power. Make a range attack modifying attack damage +2. Hey, again, we get to modify damage. God, hopefully this isn't too long. We're trying to get through much as easy as we can and give people our opinion. Hopefully people that do watch and listen and you're still here with me, thank you for continuing watching, because you guys know I love to talk clicks and kind of break them down, and this is what I'm trying to do. So back to it. Hope you did the homework, dummy. Okay, kind of mean. When Batman uses leadership, same thing. If he's successful, it's kind of a bummer. I do like the flying ability, but we'll see his, let's see. Yeah, I mean, looks like 170 or 75. So, whoops. With the 100, we get that leadership out with perplex. But if not, you still get that cool little bonus up here: toughness and modify range +2. Then power action, make a range attack, modify attack, and damage +2. After resolution, Batman can't use that for the rest of the game. So this is just like a kill shot moment. You really need it. He doesn't have improved sight or anything like that, so it's going to be kind of tough to line that up. Whoops. But he does have that from the beginning, but his range is only 5, so that's kind of rough. If you're not looking at that ability, just thinking about the fact that he flies, which is odd because it's a trait. So I'm guessing people can just outwit flight. That's the ability they're giving it to him, that they can outwit the flight if they want, because he has it. So being able to fly and pick up running shot, ESD that far, with in-cap in the beginning for 100 points is not that bad. I still like the other Batman better, but this one isn't bad as well. We have Aquaman, who looks nothing like Jason Momoa. What's up? I thought that's what Aquaman's supposed to look like. When Aquaman makes the first attack, okay, so this time he gives everyone exploit weakness, just like Batman gave out, what was it? I can't remember now. What was that? Outwit. Or they get protected outwit, I'm sorry. That's a million times better than giving out exploit weakness. If Aquaman occupies water terrain, he has free move up to 4 squares. Pretty cool. These are all traits, too. Mind control as free with 4 range and 8 and 3 targets, but only target characters with a dolphin symbol. Damn you. Bring the Pacific Rim against Aquaman. He'll bury you. All those monsters, but they have to have only target. Oh, man. That just made that piece super bummerific. Decent stats. Nothing crazy. 80 points. I don't know if I'd pay that. He really lost me. The getting exploits, whatever. The moving is pretty dope, but mind control is free with the range of 8 and the 3, but only to target. So you don't get mind control with the range and 3 targets. Basically, I thought it was period. It looks like I see a period, but it's a comma. But so, oh man, I mean, what's the worst? You're gonna go against the whale teams? Like, that team is already done. Like, no one's playing. They're trying to do colossal teams, but I'm sorry, we've figured it out. Just like how Unimind got figured out, people don't play Unimind anymore. He's too easy to beat now. Don't get me wrong. You can still win, because if you get a good Thanos out there or whatever, that's cool. But most of the time, people plan for it, and they think of all the different ways. There's a lot of smart clix players out there, and they figure out how to get rid of that. So with the whole Gigantos, they're not gonna make it around. They're pretty easy to handle once you figure out the gimmick. But yeah, he'd be great against them. That's about it, really. But that's kind of misleading and upsetting. Veronica Kale, Godwatch. That was probably some of the names I couldn't make out, because this one's a lot more clear. During force construction, if a character on your force has Amazon or deity keyword, she gains that keyword. That's really cool. Hopefully she does cooler things with it, because that could be good in the future. If an opposing character has Amazon or deity keyword, friendly characters with Godwatch keyword modify their combats by +1. Pretty cool. Crush Wonder Woman and her legacy. Outwit and perplex. When Veronica uses Outwit to target a character with a deity keyword, she may choose 2 powers instead of 1. That's crazy. When Veronica Cole uses Perplex to target a character with a deity, she may choose 2 different combats. Wow, that's cool. I like that. Make her really cheap. 35 down. There's a lot of good deities. Even in Marvel, there's a lot of good deities. So you figure, let's go back. Whoops. So that's her special on the bottom. So you figure you could get that going. You could give them, man, perplex a target. 2 different combats, yeah. It doesn't say not damage. It's usually never damage, but that's pretty cool. What's her range? 0. Oh, well, that's not her. Still 0, so minimum of 6. Kind of just would keep her around, see what she can do. She just has scientist, but interesting piece. I like it a lot. 35 points, totally worth it. You can have some real fun with that. Blah, Flash. I say blah as in it's just this. This is it. Just Titans Reborn. Nothing crazy. Again, nothing crazy. Always fun to have supersonics, super senses, and shape change. 50 points. They kind of been doing that a lot lately. They did it recently with the Sinister Six. They've done it with a couple other sets. Just throwing out random pieces that they have later on as uncommons, but they're just 50 points. Just a decent dial. Not bad. Again, maybe worth as a filler in a big 600-point game, but nothing to brag about. Nightwing. Nightman. This one's going to be rough. Luckily, only 2 things to read. Titans Reborn, we don't got to read. Does your utility belt still have a fax machine? 100? Leadership, freeze, choose 1. Close combat expert, range combat expert, perplex, or outwit. Nightwing can use the chosen power until the end of turn. You are picking up powers. So he does pick powers. He moves through hindering and elevation, and Batman Family, Teen Titans are his keywords. Following martial artists that, they're cool, but not really going to help. That's a lot clearer picture. Thank you there. 7550 again. That ability to pick powers is pretty solid. Oh, I got one. I want to go back to him. He is a common. He's at 10, so that's pretty good. I mean, Popper has been a big thing. Having Teen Titans ability, Batman ability, you're going to have stealth. Being able to, move through hindering while you're in stealth, great. I play him at full and doing that pickup power. He's a solid Nightwing. This is one of the best Nightwings I've seen in a while as well, with what he can do. Overall, yeah. So here we go. We got Deathstroke as a speedster. Borrowed Speed Force. Hypersonic Speed Wind. Deathstroke... Something come out my nose. When Deathstroke moves at least 1 square and hits 1 more character, modifies defense +1. Give him a speed token. Modifies defense +1 against range attacks for each speed token. When Deathstroke uses Hypersonic, you may remove a speed token. If you do, he may be given a close or range action at no cost instead of making an attack. I'll try over until I fix this. Exploit weakness. Prob. Each time Deathstroke's attack roll is re-rolled, immediately modifies attacks by +1. Man, I gotta see the points on this. But you imagine hoping he misses and probably him like 3 times. Well, I guess it's only his attack. So if you hit, you hit. But I'm thinking like if it's like damage or something. And that is the white box. Wild card. Dope. Wait. Yeah, Hypersonic is traded. That's pretty cool. So you got Sidestep on top of that. This is a solid piece. 150 again. I don't know if you'll see meta. I don't think it will at all, actually, the more I look at it. But this is going to be a fun piece to play with. Very, very fun. Again, outwittable, but you got to get in there, hit, take off. You got Sidestep to help you a little bit. Getting those speed tokens are going to be crucial. Very crucial. But this is definitely going to be a fun piece. Regular Deathstroke. Remember, we're getting paid. So he's got Hive. Hey, we can use our Hive soldiers. When Deathstroke's killed 1 or more characters with an attack after resolution, heal him 2. Charge and running shot. It goes through hindering. Whoops. Not bad. He's 100 points. Charge and running shot. I like that versatility. I don't know how I feel, though. This one's up in the air. 100 points is really high. This kind of reminds me of the Batman Beyond piece, though, because he's pretty good, too. He's got the running shot, but he does have a thing where he picks a power, and he could choose to use it. But he does have running shot, pin psych, and he has invul in the beginning. But sadly, he's got to do some work to do the healing. That's the only problem. Don't know on that one yet. Don't really know. Let's try to get through this. Then this is the uncommon Deathstroke. Again, we're in the realm of not. He's an assassin, but he got that word I can't ever make out in here. It looks like defenders, but it's not. I think is it outlaws? No, it's not outlaws. Remember, we're the good guys, so we get that again. Once the Terminator, now the Protector. This is the good guy one. Non-friendly characters with the defense. Is that what they're called now? Keyword can use Mastermind, but only to give it to Deathstroke. If it was damaged by an opponent's attack since the last turn, modify his attack and defense by +1. And then he has white blocks, defend, and toughness. I mean, he can adjacent friendly characters with that can use Mastermind, but only to choose Deathstroke. So he has defend and toughness. I mean, what good is it to let them choose him as a defend? I guess the fact that he can heal from that ability, but I don't know. I don't know if I like that at all. I'm all about that Mastermind, but that just seems rough. Orphan, Batman family, Gotham City, blah, blah, blah. So, League of Assassins, Assassin, Martial Artist, modify attack and defense +1 for each adjacent opposing character. Quake, Precision Strike, but may use it with any number of targets. Okay. I don't quite. Well, this came in like that. Empower, not bad. I can't make out the first defenses. They look like 17 super senses. 4 range, good lord. How are we supposed to hit anything with that, you know? Not crazy about this. It's a rare. They can move through things. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Endom again on someone I don't think that needs Endom. So I mean 75 points for that alone, it's not bad. The trait's good. I gotta go through these a little quicker because again, I hope there's not too many left. When Artemis attacks, and Artemis is Amazon, I guess the defense, whatever it's called. When Artemis, again, I haven't read DC in a little bit. Even Marvel a little bit. Modify attack +1 for each friendly character with an Outlaws keyword. Or, no, so that's Outlaws that I'm looking at. Jesus Christ. With the Outlaws keyword adjacent to the target. I think that's what it says. It says Dark Trinity. When Artemis hits one or more characters after resolution, D6, so it's the same thing. 4 or 5, give them a token. And then 6, give all their characters an action token. And then she has Blaze Claws, Fangs, Close, make any number of close attacks. Each target, long as they're different opposing target, that can be fun if you can just like TK her and drop her in. If she has it, that's her only white box. She gets it on her second dial, which is kind of a bummer. 100 points, I guess, with that ability alone, it's kind of worth it, but you're wasting a lot of points just to do that ability. Outsider's ability is always good. Yep, and it is Outlaws because right here, Red Hood and the Outlaws. I haven't read it since New 52. I read most of it, then the second run, and then after that it got like wonky. Wonder Woman leading the charge, same thing, except for she gives out Close Combat Expert. Not the same as Protected Outwit like Batman. Last one was Shield, Energy, Shield, Deflection, Super Senses, but only against close attacks. Ugh. Wonder what defense looks like. It's a rough one. I've seen better Wonder Woman's for 100 points, so I'm going to pass. Jessica Cruz. Like it. Well, Jessica Cruz makes the first attack during the turn. Same thing, but she gives out side up to everybody. TK, how awesome is that? Once per turn, when Jessica Cruz carries a character and moves 5 or less squares after resolution, She may use TK at no cost. Wow, bro. Wow. The only bummer is, of course, when you're carrying someone, they can't make an attack afterwards. So TKing them after that, but maybe after you leave, you could TK someone to you at no cost. I don't know. Interesting, though. And then she has Shape Change free. Choose a character within range and line of fire. That character can't use Power Fury this turn. Ouch. Pretty good piece. Let's see. She has Green Lantern Corps and Justice League. 65 points. Not bad. Not bad. Phase. And then carrying with that ability. Oh, man. Turning off Battle Fury. She gets really bad on her third dial, though. But, man. She could be some fun. 6 range isn't bad. Not the greatest stats as far as doing damage. But you want her just to move you around and use that TK that she has, which you use as a power action. But you also use it for free. And you may want to get someone that's like has plasticity or poison. And as soon as you guys land, pop them over there. And if you know they're going to be able to handle it, or if they're double tokened up, you drop that person there. So next turn they clear, boom, then you get to go have some fun. Solid piece. 65 points. Solid freaking piece. Lady Vic in Justice League Seeker 6. Only 6 of us. We get the same abilities from the last time we saw this during Harley Quinn, I believe. Lightly armored so I can move. Toughness and combat reflexes. Ruthless Determination. Free. Choose one and give Lady Vic a move action at no cost, or make a range attack after resolution. Deal Lady Vic 1 unavoidable damage. So you could do it for free, but you're going to take a hit. Don't know how I feel about that. And that is... Whoa. We are 2 off here. 2 off the radar here. So... You get that in the beginning, but you're like literally killing yourself. That's risky, man. I don't know if I like that. She looks like 1575. I'm hard passing on that one. Remember, we're the good guys. We get that again. Super Strength. Free. Choose Giant or Colossus until your next turn. Power Girl has the chosen symbol. Modifies all her combat values, it looks like, by +1. Then she has Choose Outwit or Perplex until your next turn. Power Girl can use those powers. Again, you're picking up power, which could be a problem, but hopefully you're not facing against someone that will hurt you with that. Decent 75 or 85, it looks like. Decent, not too much going on in your fighting, area, your fist. But the fact that you got your, remember, we're the good guys, the heal, you got the giant colossal when you need it. You're going to have super strength with it, so don't forget your things to modify using heavies and all that. And then Outwit and Perplex, it's just pretty solid. I mean, it's a decent piece. Not the best, but decent. Oh, God, Trader. Shape change once per force. Her turn, when she's KO'd, remove her from the game. Don't remove her from the game. Instead, after resolution, place her in the square she last occupied on her starting click. She is, friendly to the other side. So she's like Catwoman. They did. When she is given a move action after resolution, she can use the Titans team ability for free. Same thing with Titans, and then Quake and TK. Thank God that one was horrible to read. We got through that. But she starts with TK, which isn't bad. 50 points. Again, another Titan filler. 3 damage is really good to start off with for 50 points. I don't mind that. In charge, and it is kind of cool, her whole little ability of... when she dies, she comes back, basically, on her starting click. But it is on the other side, so she is at risk, but she does move pretty good through hindering and elevation, and looks to be a Teen Titan, and a couple other things that I can't read. This guy was made pretty cool. He doesn't count against your for or against your theme team. Leadership succeeds 4 through 6 when Prez Ricard. This guy's funny. recommend anyone Googling who this guy is. It's really goofy. I kind of was mad the guy wasted his bill or his time to make a custom or whatever. Not custom, but you have to make a figure on this guy. Then I realized it's cool that, you know, you're not doing another Superman, Batman, or something like that, because just being outside the box is awesome on its own, and it's kind of cool. It is cool. I shouldn't say kind of cool. It's a cool idea. When he uses it and succeeds, you may have... You could remove actions from... so, because he's trying to be all about peace. So 4 through 6 is how he hits leadership. But when it succeeds, you may remove an action token from any number of opposing characters from each. But then I believe when that happens... Oh, God, I wish I could read that better. For each one remove... Because I'm pretty sure... I remember reading it on, like, someone had it normally posted. Instead, you may remove one action token. It succeeds. You may remove one action token that number of your opposing characters. I'm guessing from tokens each from any number of your opposing token characters. For each one removed, see, I just don't know that last part. You get to move them basically, or something like that. But I don't like the fact of removing any tokens from anybody. But it seems like it works, because there was something, I remember I read it and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so for each one removed, and remove an action token from a friendly character within 6 squares. So basically, it seems like you could do it normally, leadership, whatever. But if you want to remove a bunch from your characters and you're all close, everyone you remove from an opposing character, you can remove that many from yours within 6 squares. So sorry about the delay in trying to get it through, but that's pretty much what I think it was. It's interesting. It's scary too. He does have the defend of 18. He does no attacking. He's all about peace till the end. He does want to fight a little bit. It's not very strong, but 35 points is kind of cool. I don't see him being really used meta or anything like that, because you don't want to remove tokens from people, I think. But again, we'll see. Maybe people will have some cool ideas for him. But I do like how he plays, and he plays very accurate to the character. And we'll end up stopping after this one because how long we've been looking at all these things. But this is what pissed me off, was Scott Porter opened up, and lo and behold, the one that... This is what makes me believe they're more setting it up now. When he does these openings, it's like, I think the last one he opened was a chase. They used to not do that, but now it's been really funky, and I don't like it, because it's like you have to watch and you're waiting, but they know if you watch maybe the chase one, you're probably not going to watch the rest. I haven't watched any of them, to be honest with you, but everyone was like, the Batman Who Laughs is going to be the last one. He hasn't got to chase it, and we haven't seen it revealed. So it's most likely been... I think it was all set up. It's a device to get them people to watch and stuff. That made me mad. But again, this is the one I knew everyone was going to want. He's going to go for easily over 100 at first. Basically, you can't really kill him. So he's got the Reckless regarded for life. He's got the, well, not hide in the shadows. But the big thing is, first of all, he can move and target through hindering. That's always awesome. But... Batman Who Laughs starts the game. Wish this was freaking Joker. Even though it's Joker, the Joker card would be great with him. But anyways, it's Bruce Wayne. All these guys were Bruce Wayne. Or the woman version of Bruce Wayne. starts the game with a Robin. So in the comics, again, I don't want to get too much into it. He had a bunch of Robins, and they always said Crow, 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 which was a tie into the Crowbar dealing with Jason Todd. So that's why that was all there. When Robin is attached and Batman Who Laughs would take damage, instead, Robin becomes unattached and is placed adjacent. So at that moment, boom, he's hit. Nothing happens to Joker, as far as I'm reading. Or maybe I'm wrong. When Robin is attached and he would take damage, instead, Robin becomes unattached. So he doesn't take damage. Instead, you take Robin off and it's placed adjacent. When that Robin would be KO'd by an opponent being attacked, attach him to Batman Who Laughs. And it's a free action to place that Robin adjacent. So, when that Robin would be killed by an opponent's attack, instead attach him. So Robin and Joker are not dying here. So you got to be able to knock Robin off, and then you got to be able to attack Joker right after that. Great freaking sculpt. This looks horribly terrifying. Again, 100 and 175. To be honest, at 100, he's doable. 5 targets, 5 range with end cap is pretty bananas. 17 defense already. He doesn't look like he gets any like Batman team ability or anything like that. But just the way it'd be just so hard to kill him. He's gonna hit. You need to have people be able to hit multiple times in a row. And if you have people that have your team that have prob and stuff like that, but here's the problem. I believe he's monster, so he's only gonna really work. Honestly, if you want to make him work with Captain Venom at 50 points. If you're building around a meta team and putting him at 100, because you can make them a theme team, add other monsters, add Frankenstein, whatever, and you can make it or Dr. Frankenstein or lower point people, you can make it where you could theme prob when they are trying to hit him when he doesn't have Robin attached. Then you have Robin do the work for you. Does Robin pop up right here? There he is. Robin takes no damage from traits named Reckless Damage, so he doesn't take that, which is great, that ability that's like Surtur's attacks that hits everyone. So he's a friendly that doesn't take any of his blades, and oh my god, just charging blades at 11 and 10 and then 15. It's just gross. He can't be Mastermind 2, which is understandable. This is already gross. But by far, we all knew this was coming. He probably has the coolest backstory in all the comics. I was blown away by the idea of how they did it, and I got the first appearance when he came out in the Teen Titans. I picked up every cover of the metal that he was released in. If you're a comic fan, you'll love Batman and Joker no matter what. And if you hate them, you're crazy, because it's just because you hate that they're popular. But to be real, they've been written so many times through the years. There has to be something that you've said, you know what, I like the way that was written. So dealing with all this, it was just really fun, really different. But this is the piece to get. I might as well cover Red Hood, because I love Red Hood. Red Hood is by far one of my favorite Batman characters, just because of his drama and story. But he gets the Dark Trinity again. This is going to be with the Outlaws. Same thing. Sometimes I just do things to annoy people. Feel ya. When Red Hood hits one or more characters after that, same thing. Modify. Oh, no, it's different. 4 or 5, they get to modify attack -2, the hit characters. 6, all characters modify 2. That's awesome, dude. Unless Red Hood's the only character on your team, looks like it says. When you be KO'd, an opposing character with an attack occupied, that character is not KO'd. Wait. Unless Red Hood's the only character on your force, when he would be KO'd by an opposing character with an attack, that character is not KO'd and is their last KO, and heal Red Hood 1. Okay. So if he's the last on your map, he basically doesn't KO. If he's the last and he kills a guy, that guy doesn't die. Comes back on his last click, and you heal Red Hood 1. So my thing is like, is it, if you're by yourself, are you ever gonna? Is it just a stall tactic? Are you gonna be able to kill anyone? He can see through hindering. Oops. He's got Outsider. He's got Batman. He's doesn't have End On, but that's a strong ass dial. 6 range, 2 targets, running shot, energy explosion at 12. Outsiders again, probably the best Red Hood I've seen in a long time. But yeah, that's just weird. Hopefully you're not the last one, so you don't get, it confuses me, because he's not KO'd and is turned to that the last click, but he's healed one, so he heals. But it's like, does that keep repeating? Because when he would be KO'd an opposing character with an attack, that character is not KO'd. So does he just keep hitting? And are you never going to? Is he never going to die? I don't know. I hope there's no loophole in this. That seems weird. But anyways, back to this. So we're going to roll it, shove it, stick it in the oven. It's over. But this is the big deal. I think he's just going to be really hard to kill, so I think people could use him. Just like God of Death has a place in the meta, but we don't know how to use him. Nothing's come out yet to help him. So people have thought about, the whole beetle pod and all that. It just doesn't work. There's too many things that can screw him over. But with this, I do believe if people start putting their brains to it, they probably already are. This guy is going to be the one that we will see possibly hit the table in front of you in a big tournament game. 100 points, you can spare around to have a guy that's not going to really die, if played right. And again, I think Captain America, Venom Cap, whatever you want to call him, I believe he's going to keep that price jump, and I do believe that we are going to see him used with him, because we get to have a monster theme team, and then we can actually do theme props, unless you could figure out different ways of doing this. But yeah, and the end cap can be pretty good, and plus all the other bonuses he gets, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a big deal. I'm sure you can, like I say, quote me on it, but you guys would probably already know that it's going to happen. And you can even start him at the higher point, to be honest with you, with the 18, with 175, play Cap Venom. Then you're at 225, then just throw some fillers in there with monsters, some stuff to have some fun with it, and you might do good. You have to remember, we have Groot, we have, I believe Surtur's one, I believe Magog's one. It could be a gross team, so we'll see. But that is it for me right now. This was way too long, but I had to cover all the Rebirth. I was going to do it beforehand, but then Scott Porter did it day by day, so I started saving them, and I'm like, I'll do it now. I'm not going to cover the rest. Then I'm like, then I'm like, great, they're going to do the man who or the Batman who laughs last. Not laughs last, but that's going to be the last one they do, the Batman who laughs. So I waited it out, and we did everything spoiled, and I haven't got to read any of these. This one I was kind of hinted at how it played, the special thing, because how they're like, yeah, you can't kill him. So we're done. Next video will be coming up. We'll be talking about all the big leaks we had and kind of speculation on what we think is going to happen with that stuff. And is DC disappearing? Because we have nothing coming out, no OP kits of DC coming out for the stores. We have no rumors for other sets coming out. It's really weird, and it's a little scary, because we don't want, I mean, again, I'm a Marvel fan, but I don't want just Marvel. And then I'll get into the wrestling and all the other stuff that we saw. But that'll be on the next video. Talked too long already. Thank you guys if you made it all the way through this. Again, like, subscribe. We're trying to get bigger and bigger. We're doing a lot, going big at the store right now. Always message me if you have any questions, even if you're not from our area. I'm all about Heroclix. If you ever want to come on and do a podcast with us and talk, let us know. Just because we have fun, we talk, we BS. The last one was really good. We did it with Jonah, who is one of our local guys, and he went 6-0 out of ROC. Or Open, I'm sorry. He's already won 2 Opens recently, so it was a pretty good deal for him. And it was nice to pick his brain, and also we all talked about, because we play against Jonah a lot, to talk about what we think is going to be changing with the new Open and all that. That was on our podcast. So anyways, check that out if you guys can. If not, oh well. Thank you for watching if you hung in there. Don't know how long, but it's going to be long. Thank you guys. And thanks for putting up with all the blurry stuff, because it sucks, but it's the way it is. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye.